Hey guys, Gary over at Stripwell. Just wanted to answer another one of your questions. This is one, again, this is where you have to get comfortable with our product and understand it. So we wanted just to kind of cut through that and get right to the point and help you to understand it better as you're using QCS for the first time or early on. We have had some people write and say that the QCS is not working well for them. They even let it sit for 3 hours and it still didn't cut through the finish that they're trying to remove. And I just want to clarify something. QCS actually becomes less effective the longer you let it sit, which is sort of not what you would expect. Usually the longer you leave a chemical, the more it will work. With QCS, the key to it is following the instructions and staying within those windows of time. So coating it and then checking it in 15 minutes and then applying a little more, checking in 15 minutes. You can even go up to maybe 30 minutes. But if you start to wait hours, what happens is it just sort of, the finish as it softens will just sort of re-solidify and become a real sticky mess. And we get that kind of response too, is why is it such a sticky mess? Why won't it come off? I just let it sit for hours and now I'm trying to get it off and it's not coming off. It's because it's probably re-solidified to some degree, and now you have to almost not start over, but sort of. You have to reapply and give it 15 minutes or maybe 30, and then take off what you can and kind of keep working it. It's not something that you really want to leave and come back to thinking it's going to work better. But the plus side of QCS, unlike other products, is that if you do leave it, let's say you applied it and then suddenly you get a call and you have to run out and you can't finish the project at that moment, it won't damage the wood. That's a big plus. A lot of chemicals will either chemically stain the wood or because of their water content, a lot of those formulas have a ton of water in them, that water will actually create water stains. This also happens with the saran wrap method, where if you put down the stripping chemical, not ours, but others, and you do the saran wrap over it, what will happen is sometimes, especially on oak, it seems to happen a lot on oak, but other woods as well. You peel off that saran wrap and suddenly there's just all these dark stains and you're wondering what happened. Well, QCS doesn't do that because it doesn't have water in it. And so that's a real plus. You can actually walk away and come back. In the worst case scenario, you just have to kind of sort of start over, not fully, but sort of start over, reapply, give it time, and go through the process, and it should come off. You may have to apply a few extra coats for tougher finishes, but you should be able to check it every 15 minutes to 30 minutes and you'll see some results as you go along. So hopefully that helps. Again, just don't think that by letting it sit longer it's going to work better. It's not the case. You really want to stay within those windows of time and keep checking it. Hopefully that helps you. If you have any other questions, feel free to email us, and we're always here to help and we would love to answer your questions.